Now, good afternoon, students. Let us today discuss the last topic of this very chapter, that is what composite functions. Now, here the word composite function means combining two or more functions, not by addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc., but by relating the elements of one function to the elements of the other given function. Listen it again. Composite function means combining two or more functions. It means combining two or more functions not by addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc., but by relating the element of one function to the elements of the other given function. Let A, B, and C are three non-empty sets. F is a function from A to B and G is a function from B to C. Since F is a function from A to B, therefore for x belonging to A, there exists a unique element fx belonging to B. And again G is a function from B to C. It means therefore corresponding to fx belonging to B, there exists a unique element G of fx belonging to C. Thus, for each x belonging to A, there exists a unique element G of fx belonging to C. Let us clear it from the diagram. Now here f is a function from A to B. For every x belonging to this, there should be fx. Now G is a function from B to C. For G, this is what? The domain of the function. Then here when we find out the image of this fx under G, it will be what? G of fx. So therefore G composition f is a function that relates the element of A to the elements of C. So this is the meaning of what? Composite function. See it again. Let A, B, C are the three non-empty set. F is a function from A to B. G is a function from B to C. Now for x belonging to A, there should be fx belonging to B, which will be the image of the element of x under F. Now this fx becomes the element of the domain of G. So therefore the image of this fx under G will be what? G of fx. So therefore G composition f is a function from A to C. And again it can be written as here G composition f, and this function is called the composition of f and C and denoted by G composition f of fx. Now it can also be written as G composition f is a function from A to C defined by G composition f of x equal to G of fx for all x belonging to A. This is the meaning of what? Composition of two function, and it always denoted by, it will be read as G composition f. Now as G composition f is defined only if for each x belonging to A, fx is an element of the domain of G, so that we can take its G images. Therefore, we can say the composition of G composition. Therefore, for composition of G composition F to exist, the range of F must be the subset of what? Domain of G. Only then we can define G composition F. Listen it again. As G composition F is defined only if for each x belonging to A, fx is an element of what? Domain of G. So that we can take the G images of this element here. So therefore we can say composition of G composition F to exist, the range of F must be a subset of the domain of G. Or we can say if range of F and domain of G intersection will be empty, then G composition F does not define. If the range of F intersection domain of G is equal to empty, then G composition F does not define. Similarly, we can also define another function, another composite function F composition G, read as fog. Previous function you can pronounce it GOF. It can be pronounced as fog. F composition G from C to A defined by F composition G of X equal to F of Gx, and it exists only if the range of G is a subset of domain of F. It is not necessarily that both G composition F and F composition G exist together. If they satisfy the condition, only then it can exist. For G composition F, what we know for G composition F, the range of F is the subset of the domain of G. For F composition G, we must have the range of G is a subset of what? Domain of F. Only then it can be defined. And it is not necessary that both G composition F and F composition G exist together. Moreover, even if both are existing, they may not be equal, or we can say it is not commutative because G composition F and F composition G are not equal. Now here let us see another. If F, G and H are three functions such that F is a function from A to B, G is a function from B to C, H is a function of from C to D. It is a chain of functions. You can say F is a function from A to B, G is a function from B to C, H is a function from C to D, where A, B, C, D are the non-empty sets. Then H composition, G composition F. It means we are combining three functions. So therefore H composition G composition F is equal to G composition G composition F. Listen it again. H composition G composition F is equal to H composition G composition F. This shows if we are taking three functions F, G and H, then associative law hold. This shows that associative law hold. As the commutative law does not hold, but associative law is holding for the composite function. We can easily prove both the sides are equal. Let us see the left hand side. H composition G composition F x equal to H of G composition Fx. It can be written as G of Fx, and it can be written as now. If we are putting Fx equal to y, so it becomes H of G of y. Then if we are putting this is equal to z, then it must be equal to hz. Listen it again. Now the left hand side, H composition G composition Fx. It can be written as F H G composition Fx. Then we can take it Gfx. Then if we are supposing this is equal to y, then it becomes G of y. If we are supposing this is equal to z, so then H of z, it becomes equal to H of z. Similarly, we can take the right hand side, H composition G composition Fx. Now here H composition G Fx. Now let put Fx equal to y, then H composition G of y. Then it can be written as H of Gy. Again Gy we have taken z, then it is equal to H of z. So both are what? Equal to. So we can say associative law holds for the composition of three functions, where x belongs to A, y belongs to B, and z belongs to C. Now here let us see more result. Here the composition of two 1-1 function is also 1-1. If f is a function from A to B, g is a function from B to C. If these two functions are 1-1, then their composition G composition f from A to C is also 1-1. Similarly, if these two are two onto function, then G composition f is also onto function. If these two functions are bisective function, it means if they are 1-1 and onto function, then G composition f is also bisective function. Now here, if f is a function from A to B is a bisective function, and G is a function from B to A, it is just like the inverse of a function you can say. Now if f is a function from a to b, it is a bijective function, and g is a function from b to a, is the inverse of f if g composition f equal to ia and f composition g equal to ib. These are known as what? Identity function. These are known as what? Identity function. If the image of the any element is the element itself, then we can say the function is what? Identity function. Listen it again. It also helps us to find out the inverse of a function. Now here f is a function from a to b, is a bijective function, and g is a function from b to a, is inverse of f when g composition f is equal to ia and f composition g is equal to ib, where ia and ib are identity functions on the set a and b respectively and written as g equal to f inverse. This is another definition of the inverse of a function. Whenever you have to find out the inverse of function, we clearly find out, we will prove that g composition f equal to ia and f composition g equal to ib. Then we can say g is the inverse of f.